But the story that's breaking this evening from the world of politics, just a short while ago, it's almost certain now. The ouster of rebel Aam Aadmi Party leaders Yogendra Yadav and Prashant Bhushan from the Aam Aadmi Party's national executive. That ouster will take place on the weekend. But ahead of that, there has been a complete breakdown in talks between Camp Kejriwal and Camp Yadav and Bhushan at a meeting that was held this evening. It is believed that the Political Affairs Committee meet. The Kejriwal faction agreed to the demands put forth by the two leaders, but said there was no question that Arvind Kejriwal would resign as party convener. And all eyes now will be on the National Council meeting of the Aam Aadmi Party on the 28th of March, where that decision is likely to be taken on the sacking of Prashant Bhushan and Yogendra Yadav from the key post.
अब चूंकि ये पार्टी को तय करना है, नेशनल काउंसिल को तय करना है, पार्टी इस प्रस्ताव पर सहमत नहीं है कि अरविंद केजरीवाल के बारे में निर्णय पार्टी उस तरह से ले। अब नेशनल काउंसिल के साथियों को और देश के सारे कार्यकर्ताओं को ये तय करना है कि सारी शर्तें तो पार्टी मान ही चुकी है हमारे साथियों की, लेकिन अरविंद केजरीवाल हटाए जाए ना हटाए जाए, ये 28 तारीख को उन्हें तय करना है।
Okay, I want to go to Ashish Khaitan of the Aam Aadmi Party, close to Arvind Kejriwal, to find out what's the latest on this. Ashish Khaitan, it seems to me almost certain now that you've decided, you've made up your mind to remove Yogendra Yadav and Prashant Bhushan from the national executive. Would it be fair to say that the grounds have been laid, that they were, in your words, plotting to remove Kejriwal as the national convener and therefore they have to go?
Well, the National Council is a supreme body, the supreme decision-making body of the party. The composition of the national executive, who will lead the party, who will be the national convener, these are the decisions to be taken by the National Council. But over the last 10-12 days, I would tell you where things finally broke down, where the talks finally broke down was on the singular issue of removing Arvind Kejriwal from the post of national convenership. As far as the PSC goes, as far as the Delhi leadership goes, a large section of the party goes, this particular demand from their side.
But Ashish Khaitan, sorry to intervene. Ashish Khaitan, sorry to intervene. Yogendra Yadav and Prashant Bhushan are denying that they have asked for the resignation at any stage of Arvind Kejriwal, that this is being cooked up, they are saying, to tarnish their image.
Why don't you ask them that then exactly what is their demand? Then what were we talking about over the last 10-12 days?
They are talking of, they claim they are talking of greater internal democracy in the party.
I will tell you, because I was part of the negotiations over the last 12 days, every day new goalposts were set. On the very first day, 5 demands that they made, which was about internal democracy, implementing Swaraj, making the party come under RTI and so on. The same very day, we convened a PSC and we said that party is going to expand nationally. One, party is going to make a list of active volunteers. Party is going to find mechanisms or enhancing the participation of all our volunteers in decision-making processes and so on. And the party will lay out the parameters of how, when the party is going to fight elections. So on the very first day, all these demands were met. The next day, they said Yogendra Yadav ji should be given a free hand to run Haryana, accepted. Yogendra Yadav ji wanted certain people out of Haryana, accepted. Yogendra Yadav ji wanted and Prashant ji wanted certain people out of national executive like Sanjay Singh, like Kumar Vishwas, accepted. Yogendra Yadav ji and Prashant Bhushan ji wanted 9 posts in the national executive to be filled immediately, accepted. They wanted those 9 posts to be accepted, to be selected from a list of 11 that they sent to us, accepted. But finally they said, we won't be able to work with Arvind Kejriwal. We don't have any trust.
I come back to it. Do you have any proof? They are saying, yes. Yogendra Yadav is saying, let Ashish Khaitan or anyone put out proof to show that we asked for resignation of Arvind Kejriwal. Do you have proof?
Well, you know, these are internal party matters. Unfortunately, that's the nature of internal party matters, that finally it's the NC, the supreme body of the party.
Do you have proof? Do you have proof? Ashish, sorry to intervene. Do you have proof that there was a conspiracy to remove Arvind Kejriwal at the behest of Yogendra Yadav and Prashant Bhushan, which is the basic reason why they are being removed now from the Aam Aadmi Party?
We have. I'm saying this on record, I'm saying this on national television, that we have concrete proof of a deep deep-rooted conspiracy which was afoot for the last 8 months to somehow remove Arvind Kejriwal from the post of national convenership.
You're saying over 8 months.
Going to be placed
You're saying Yogendra Yadav and Prashant Bhushan over 8 months were plotting to remove Arvind Kejriwal. That is a demand that you are unwilling to meet because you believe, presumably, that Kejriwal is the most popular leader of the Aam Aadmi Party, and therefore you have now left it to the National Council on Saturday to decide their future. Am I correct?
Yes, that's right.
That's right. So therefore, the ground now is been prepared for the exit of Prashant Bhushan and Yogendra Yadav. There is no space for compromise.
No, these are decisions that are finally going to be taken by the National Council. I am nobody to put any fetters, restrictions, conditionalities before the National Council.
Right.
The agenda for the National Council meet has already been mailed to everybody. The body is going to convene a day after. All these matters will be resolved internally through internal democracy, through a collective decision-making process, and we will come to know. But yes, what happened over the last 12 days, I'm ready to discuss it with you, ready to discuss with Yogendra Yadav ji, because last 12 days, every day they set out new goalposts.
Okay.
And we kept conceding, even knowing that during the elections they tried to make a large section of the party dysfunctional. They wanted the party to lose the election, but we wanted to find a way out because we somehow didn't want this party to become like, or this party to be blamed for things like that. No, dissent is not allowed in this party. Dissent is allowed in this party. Disagreements are allowed in this party. But anti-party activities, making the party lose elections, is not going to be allowed in this party and cannot be allowed in any political party.
Okay, so we're going to leave it there, Ashish. We're going to wait to hear what Prashant Bhushan and Yogendra Yadav have to say. But you've been very clear. There was a conspiracy, you're saying, to remove Arvind Kejriwal as a national convener. And that perhaps has led to this final breaking point, is your argument when it comes to Yogendra Yadav and Prashant Bhushan. Appreciate your joining us. That's the bit of breaking news that we are bringing you here at the top.